once was peace among all gods, but greed should forever disrupt this harmony. Kronos, obsessed with power, stole three ancient and very mighty relics.
The gods, bereft of their possessions,
declared war.
Hey guys, if you were wondering why I haven't been uploading much in the past few months, this is the reason. If you couldn't tell from the trailer, this project is absolutely massive. In fact, it was the biggest project I've ever worked on so far. It took over half a year to finish, and I was working together with extremely talented people to make this idea a reality. If you haven't been following me on Twitter and don't know yet, here they are, Sqored and EnrazeGames. Now Sqored created pretty much all of those insane models in the map, composed music, made sound effects, planned the game concepts and mechanics with me, and put together the magnificent trailer you just saw. EnrazeGames are two incredibly talented builders who made the arena, the lobby, the tutorial section and everything else that has to do with building. At this point also a huge shout out to all our beta testers who took so much time out of their days to make this map bug free and balanced. And I? Well, I'm responsible for all of this. Altogether, this map contains over 8.5 thousand command blocks, most of which are hand-placed and hard-coded. Even though I tried my best to label everything, it's still very hard to find the exact commands you need to tweak. Thus, I'm pretty much the only person able to fix bugs in this mess. If you want to take a look at the system, just drop down into the hole in the middle of the lobby and fly into the crystal again to get back. Without Sqored and EnrazeGames, I wouldn't have been able to produce a high-quality map like this. So make sure to subscribe to both of their channels. On screen and in the description you will find a link to a cinematic about this map by EnrazeGames and a tutorial on the single player mode on Sqored's channel. For the multiplayer tutorial, just keep watching this video. The multiplayer mode of this map is a free-for-all PvP game in which you fight each other as one of 8 different gods. To enter a game, just right click this question mark and you will be assigned a random god to play as. Once all players have entered, press the play icon to start the game. Your goal is to steal relics from Kronos Tower. Whoever manages to secure all 3 of them first wins. Whenever the force fields drop, players can rush into the tower from all 4 sides. Find your way to the center to pick up one of the 3 relics. After doing so, you will be teleported to the exact opposite side of your home biome. Travel across the whole map and drop the relic next to the altars to secure it. Watch out though, if you are killed on your way, other people can pick up the relic you drop upon death. The Destructor can be used to get rid of duplicate ones that you stole from another player. Once a relic is secured or destroyed, they will respawn at the center again, allowing another player to pick one up. Dropping the info icon will give you valuable information about the game. I highly recommend focusing players with a lot of relics and getting to know the arena so you know where certain gods spawn and where they need to go. Each god has a different skill set and abilities to use during battle, which I will of course explain to you in detail.
Zeus' main weapon is a lightning bolt, which he can shoot using right click. All of the main weapons can also be used to deal melee damage using left click. His second ability is Lightning Storm. Zeus summons several lightning bolts around him that deal damage to enemies and heal himself upon hit. Zeus calls an eagle that flies around looking for enemies to grab. As soon as he detects a player, he flies down, picks him up and drops him from great high. The last ability summons a shield around him, blocking damage for a short amount of time while giving him slowness as a side effect.
Aries' first ability lets him throw enemies up into the air by right-clicking his claw. Ground Slam makes Aries jump into the air, causing a huge explosion as he lands, damaging all players around him. Aries gains speed and strength for 5 seconds, making him an extremely dangerous enemy to fight. A cage will rise from the ground, immobilizing Aries for 5 seconds. In this state he is invulnerable and even gains some health.
Hades' stuff turns into a deadly flamethrower upon right click. A ring of flames will appear around Hades, setting enemies in range on fire. His third ability is Shadow Form. Upon dropping the item, Hades spreads out his shadow form around him while turning almost completely invisible. The shadow deals damage to all the enemies he passes. Hades summons an undead minion that distracts his enemies by giving them blindness. His low health makes it easy to kill though. Hades' passive ability is constant fire resistance.
Hermes Kedusha shoots out a burst of clouds, damaging all hit enemies. Hermes summons a cloud below his feet, allowing him to levitate for a short moment and giving him temporary resistance. The minion he can spawn every 40 seconds chases down enemies and carries them into the sky before dropping them to their doom. His last ability is Deadly Mail and makes Hermes shoot 8 sharp ladders around him that damage all players they hit.
Apollon's main weapon is a bow, which he uses to shoot powerful crystal arrows. Using his lyre stuns and confuses all enemies close to him. Apollon's third ability upgrades his bow and allows him to shoot flaming arrows that explode on impact with the ground. His last ability is Arrow Storm. Upon activation, hundreds of arrows will rain from the sky, dealing damage to all enemies they hit.
Aphrodite uses her flute to play a song, gradually damaging all players around her. Using her second ability, Aphrodite can turn herself invisible for 7 seconds. This is a great way for her to sneak into the tower or get away from enemies chasing her. This ability can be countered by Apollon though, as his arrows make her partly visible again. A thrown apple grenade will explode after a few seconds and deals massive damage to enemies in the area of effect. Her last ability allows Aphrodite to summon a deer, which heals her in a 2-block radius.
Poseidon's main weapon is a trident, which can shoot water jets to damage enemies. His second ability allows him to summon tentacles, which after a short warning indicator shoot out of the ground and deal damage to hit players. Poseidon's third ability is Maelstrom. Activating it grants him invulnerability while inside of it and throws enemies into the air. His last ability allows Poseidon to create a deadly water fountain that launches after 4 seconds of following his path. Poseidon's passive ability allows him to travel through water faster than other gods.
Hephaestus' main weapon is a hammer, which upon right click he throws to deal damage to his enemies. His second ability drops several anvils onto enemies near him. Activating Web severely slows down enemies in a 7-block radius of him. Hephaestus' last ability causes a volcanic eruption that causes massive damage to 3 random enemies on the field. All the heroes require a different playing style as they have unique advantages like dealing tons of damage, stealth or high agility. We spent a lot of time balancing this game to make everybody equally strong. If however you believe that one of them is over or underpowered, be sure to let me know. Adjustments can always be made. That's pretty much all you need to know for the multiplayer mode. If you still have questions though, feel free to leave a comment. I'm so incredibly happy that this map is now finally released and can't wait to hear you guys' feedback. If you want to give it a go, you can either download it using the link in the description or access it via your apps. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in my next video.